The corset is technically done, but I want the clip once in. I want to go ahead and fray the edges 1 second. You coming in? Yeah? Yeah. If I scoot you up. Oh. So we got that, and then, well, it's that time again to make stuff for my friends. Also to make it all about myself. So, my friend's birthday is coming up, and he's been kind of switching up his fashion. I don't know. I want to make this. And I thought it'd be cool for him. So, we're gonna make that. But if I were to just make that, this would be an incredibly boring short video. So, what we're going to do instead, I thought that I can attempt, keyword, attempt, to make a cool grunge look. Because if anything, this girl screams cool grunge post-apocalypse. But also, I don't have any money, so we're going to attempt to do this with no to little money. There's a chance I might have to buy fabric dye, but we're just gonna work with the scraps that's left over in my fabric stash. So with that, let me show you what I'm thinking in my brain. Let's go! So I did this years ago when I first got my tablet. I
did like all this like outfit inspo with clothes that I had just to kind of give me ideas, because I forget what outfits I put on that I like. Yeah, but never used it, so there we go.
And I'm just gonna use this as like my way of drawing what I'm thinking. Yeah. So. Alright, so bringing my bigger tablet here to show you that I already kind of, I just downloaded an image off Pinterest to just kind of color in the style of what I was thinking with the fabrics. I kind of photoshopped this pink to come across as more black, just so I could see how it would potentially look. That would be this darker spots, and then this would be the main fabric, since I have a lot of that. The looks together. So hopefully it'll look good. Let's try it. This is the hoodie I was saying that I might alter. It does not fit me very well anymore because I work out, so I have pretty strong guns. Big guy in a little coat. Ooh, very tight. Really did like this hoodie. I used it for my Raven cosplay that I only ever did at home. I never took to a con, but for that reason I wanted to keep it, but now it doesn't fit. We're gonna alter it for this project. I have it all drawn out where I'm going to put my cuts, but here's what I'm thinking. I can probably just sew this literally tonight, like be done with it, but I don't have the fabric dyed yet. And if I do that, then I will have to wait to wash it and dry it, and then it won't be ready till tomorrow. It's already 5:41. So my thought is I will just go ahead and sew this all together as is and then dye it all tomorrow. And the way I'm thinking about, I don't really want to test it, but because I'm doing those little cut out there, I'm gonna have raw seams, and I think that could be cool on the edge, but I don't think that could be like would be nice on the inside. So I have some really lightweight fabric that's the backer for like some curtains. I think I'll cut that out and use that as my test piece to make sure it'll work, but also use it as the lining and then sew the two together and then do like a raw edge. I think that'll be really cool. And that is white, but again, I'll be dyeing it all together tomorrow, so it'll dye black. That's another project that I shoved in here. Don't worry about it. Alright. Oh gosh, this wordless gotta shove it. Yeah. My kitty. Alright. This is my bin for another project. No, I can't use that. That is for the project. Not in here. I think I decided not to use it for this. Okay. Take two. I gave this closet in there a go, and guess what? Guess what? There it is. There it is. What I was looking for. Bedsheet. I was literally 2 seconds away from going upstairs and stealing one of our guest bed sheets because I legit do not have anything that I can line this with. Before I cut these pieces off, I'm gonna trace and cut. I was about to start sewing and someone stole my seat. That's fine. I'll get the stool. Stool it is. Ow! I hit my knee. Stool it is. Okay. That was easy. Now hopefully it worked. Yeah, that's baggy how I wanted it. And it's a scarf. Nope. Hi, my booty. Note, I have to make sure I add seam allowance to where I cut it, and I went ahead and added little dashes so I also know to line that up. That keeps falling off.
This is my office. Human and walk around, not be a stationary.
Tripping over wires. Just finished sewing. I don't know how this happened, but I got a little overhang. I just guess I'll trim that off, but and I still need iron. I should have ironed that one edge before I sewed over it, but whatever. So we got. I'm noticing so far is I kind of wish I went straight. I did copy the curve on the jacket, but the jacket curved because it had other panels. I think I could have just gone straight, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. Yeah, so I just got iron this and sew it to the lining, but otherwise, I'll see you guys in the morning when it's dye time. Crap. The This is why I should have pinned before I had it under the sewing machine, because now I have this lump and the line does not line up. I could leave it. It's all gonna be dyed black and won't be noticeable, and it's the inside, but I can't, especially because it's a gift. I can't. Time to bring out my best friend. Bottom, I don't know how it didn't line up, but easy peasy. I can just cut it up, line it up, and the fact that I made it so it's gonna have the raw edge made it super easy. Looks, do I look like I belong in the wasteland? Or do I just look like a little child ready for a snow day? Anyways, I'm gonna get this trimmed up and then we'll get it in the dye bath. Gonna do a lot. That's a good ratio. That's good. I have no idea what I'm doing, but looks cool. Just got back from Joann's in the Bucks. Hot. Snag the last bottle of synthetic dye. And now I went ahead and washed this. You can see here, it's kind of like a more purpley pink, but it did dye the inside very nicely. I washed this. It's not showing up as well on camera, but the dye leaked and dyed the white this like lilac purple, which honestly, not mad about. I regret, you can see here, doing one last dunk. It kind of ruined all that work I did. I kind of regret that. So what I'm thinking is, well, the scarf sits in the bath. I'm gonna lay this out on some plastic and kind of paint like I did with my last project with the beaded burnt shirt. I'm gonna kind of paint and do this a little more tie-dye and kind of make that blend. It's looking pretty good. Kind of looks like it's moldy, which I think totally works for the vibe we're going for. Awesome! Now as for our main scarf, it's more of like a silvery pink, but it is looking so much better. So now we're gonna move on to the corset. What I'm going to do is, I have my jeans here, ironically with the little hole, that's the one from my drawing. These don't fit anymore, I'm not that skinny. And use it for the pattern pieces since they're kind of small, and thinking of contrasting it with, I have a bunch of this leftover fabric. I used this back when I was making masks at the beginning of 2020 because I thought they were cool. And instead of just like making this a full pattern, like the full panel, I think I'll just like, here, let me, one of the panels, and I cut it out of the jean. That'll be the main pattern piece. Then cutting this, since it doesn't fray, slightly smaller, like all around, and do like a top stitch like we did on the hood, and do that maybe like every other panel. I think that could look kind of cool and interesting and different. Ooh. Just very silky sheeps. I don't want to use because it frays. And bowing should work. And I'm not sure I have enough of it. Exactly the same. I don't think it would fit. I think this thinner bone. Yeah, that's exactly. Should work. I think that's what I'll do. Alright, I finished the outside layer and it looks cool, but I noticed while I was sewing I didn't realize how stretchy these jeans were, but I mean, looks good. So what I'm gonna do is to fix that is cut a dipper black couture and add it onto the back, iron it, and then we can add on the boning channels. And I think I'll have just enough. Just enough. Let's go. Alright, so I started adding these on. I just laid it on top and I was cutting it down to size. I think I'm just gonna not do them. I think I would rather just make another corset like this later down the road with this fabric. I kind of like this more minimalist jean look. And where is he? The goblin. Ugh, this is gonna take forever. Halfway there. So I got the color cut. I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut a little further down and I'm thinking that I'll turn these into gloves, cut off that top part there. I decided last minute, we're technically done with everything, but I decided last minute that it'd be really cool to add a mask harness like pictured here. This one's by Besta Hester. I'm not going to show too much of it because this is a pattern that she has made and you can buy and make your own for $16, or you can spend like $200 and she'll make it and it would probably be a lot better. I really wanted to make one of these for a long time and I think it'll look really cool with the outfit and it'll just make it look complete. So go. My hands smell like garlic. God dang. Dang it twice. I think I'll put some holes and make that a little more grungy. Man. So I guess now I have to go take a cuddle break, huh?